After 6 long years, fans of the Devil May Cry franchise have waited for this show to finally come out. The show got announced during the Devil May Cry 5 hype, and all of us have been waiting for this to drop. The hype only grew when we saw many great video game adaptations, showing that good video game adaptations are possible, showing that some adaptations are able to respect the source material. Now, does this new Devil May Cry anime live up to the hype? Does it respect its source material, its characters, its story, its lore? Well, I have thoughts. So this is my spoiler-free review of the show. The next video will be about the things that I did and did not like about the show. And let me tell you, there's some stuff that I do not like. I'm gonna go deep into some spoiler stuff in the next video, but for now, we're gonna keep it casual, spoiler-free. So apologies for this late review. This was supposed to come out last week, like on a weekend or on a weekday, like on Monday or Tuesday or so. But you know, I kind of wanted to write a script for this and not just, you know, freestyle this, because I actually do have some thoughts on this. I feel like the show really does some good stuff, and the show does some pretty bad stuff overall. But overall, this is my review on the show. If you enjoyed the show, great. If you didn't, I get it. But without further ado, let's just get into this review of Netflix's modern take on Devil May Cry. And I have some mixed feelings on this. So, let's rock. The story takes place in an alternative universe which is not canon to the main games, just like DMC Devil May Cry. It follows a young Dante who battles demons and mercenaries trying to stop a white rabbit who plans a demon invasion on the human world. The show does not follow any of the game's story, so it's a completely new and original story, but definitely does take inspiration from the games and the books. We even see some references to 2007's anime from Madhouse. We see Cindy, the diner, we see Dante eating the strawberry sundae where it all started, and we see a bunch of other references sprinkled around in this season from other Capcom IPs, and I love it.
This has got to be the second worst job you ever gave me.
Oh, you mean after the Raccoon City job?
Third worst.
Now, how's the story? The story, it's okay, you know, it's not great, all right? It's nothing, you know, fucking peak writing or anything like that, you know, it's not anything like that. I would say the story is as good as DMC's story. Okay, maybe I'm being a little too harsh on that, but I kind of get the same vibes from that. And you can't really blame me because it is westernized here and there. I mean, the whole story takes place in New York. The story tries to do something different, and I respect that. Introducing new characters and elements to be new and refreshing. Changing some of the backstory lore for Dante and Lady. That I think is actually a pretty cool and interesting choice. There is some new lore though that is introduced in the show, and I just don't like it whatsoever because it just defeats the whole purpose of Devil May Cry's main themes. I'll get more into that at the end. The show does suffer from some pacing issues that I just find really awkward and weird. Like, you have moments where characters just start talking a little too quick for some damn reason. Like when we see Virgil in the dining room, the dialogue just goes way too quick.
Dante, leaving so soon? We have much to catch up on, brother.
It's too fast. Like, there's no time for build up for us to sink in of what we're seeing. It's quick and fast, and I just don't like that. There's other moments where Dante is fighting and then it cuts to another character talking to another character, giving away info, exposition, and then it cuts back to Dante fighting. It's weird and it breaks the tension of the entire scene, but the pacing does improve in the end, but you definitely see it in the beginning of the show. Overall, it's a decent story with some cool moments. Sure, the narrative doesn't reach the highest as its predecessors, but I still respect it for being different. It's a blend of originality and homage, leading to a conclusion that, while entertaining, leaves some fans like me saying, did you even play the games? And before people start saying in the comments, because I've already seen that online, people talking about pretending that Devil May Cry has a story. Let's stop pretending. Devil May Cry never had a story, etc. But I would completely disagree on that. Devil May Cry is much deeper than you think. People have made some cool analyst videos talking about Devil May Cry's story and its themes. Sure, it's corny and cheesy at times, but the story is good. There is a story. There's a reason why we like these characters. the story, the setting, the lore. It's because Devil May Cry actually does have a good story.
Looks like this is gonna be one hell of a party.
Devil May Cry.
So we're gonna go into like minor spoilers here and there about when we're talking about the characters, because I feel like we need to. Like I said earlier, we follow a much nerfed Dante. Yes, I mean it, a nerfed Dante.
Look how they mess with my boy.
And the reason I say that is because Dante just can't hold his own for some reason. Yes, I know there's a pre-DMC 3 Dante who hasn't become the legendary Devil Hunter. Yes, I know that. I know it's a new universe. It's not canon to the story. Yeah, I get it. But he's still a hybrid. He's still half demon, half human. He still has supernatural abilities. He's strong. He's fast. He shouldn't be struggling as much, especially against a human like Lady. I will get into her in a bit, because oh my goodness. Now him struggling against the demon bosses makes sense. They're much stronger than him. He hasn't fought demons like this at all. He's mentioned in the show that he's basically only fighting low level demons. So him having a hard time fighting these demons, these demon bosses, it makes sense. Sure, I'll buy it. But when a human is able to take you down so easily and make you look weak, there's something wrong with that. Also, when Dante uses his abilities, it's very inconsistent. Like, you have him dominating a room with a bunch of human mercenaries, dodging, using trickster style. Hell, he even saves a bunch of people with his trickster style. You know, he's fast, he's quick, he's teleporting here and there, or at least moving really fast. But then you fail to stop a human from snatching your amulet. I don't know. Just the way Dante uses his abilities is very inconsistent and just doesn't make sense. And they make Dante very dumb. I don't know why they do that. Dante is not dumb whatsoever in this series. Even in pre-Devil May Cry 3, even in the manga, Dante's not dumb. I don't know why they make him like that. Like he's an idiot. I hate that. They don't butcher Dante completely, okay? Dante is still the wisecracking character we all know and love, even though some lines don't really land.
How the fuck? I don't feel bad. I heal extremely fast. Like a superhero. Not that I call myself a superhero, but your mom does.
Now, I need to double down on the last video that I made talking about the dialogue in the series. Dante is not cringe, okay? The amount of people who keep saying that Dante has always been cringe, you have never played any of the games. Sure, some lines he says are corny and cheesy as fuck, but that's the beauty of it. He makes it look cool. He doesn't drag the joke for too long like this Dante does in the show. He's confident with what he says, he makes it look cool, and there's something enjoyable about someone who is strong as Dante cracking jokes here and there. It's just a fun watch. That's what we love so much about Dante, and here we do see it from time to time, but not all the time. And plus, it's just Nero disguised as Dante. So Lady, yeah, I don't like her. I don't know why they made her like this. I don't understand why they made such a cool, best waifu, best babe out of the entire Devil May Cry series, right? Who's skilled in fighting demons, fun to watch, and just overall beautiful. And you turn her into this.
Fucking motherfucker. They're shitholes. Fucking dumb fuck. The fucked up fuck. Fucking pieces. Fucking rabbit. Yeah, no shit. Fucking stupid. Motherfucker. Fucking fuck you, Thumper. Fucking dumbass. Or fucked up fucking idiot. Shit. Fucking haircut. Fucking motherfucker. Fucking dead this time.
Why? So let's get the big complaint out of the way. Yeah, she swears too much. She goddamn, she swears too much. She does not need to be swearing this much throughout the entire show. And this is what I mean, and this goes back to the dialogue. Like, sometimes the dialogue does not land. For some reason, you know, cussing here and there, I guess makes you cool, I guess. And she's too much of a girl boss. Have you guys heard that term, girl boss? Like, women nowadays are able to do anything, like take down a hybrid of a demon and human, right? She's able to do that pretty easily. How? Because the fucking writing of this show, I swear to God. This is what I mean, but it's really inconsistent when Dante uses his abilities. You know, he's able to dominate a room full of mercenaries, but when he's fighting Lady, a human, keep in mind, she's still a human. Yeah, sure, she has an exosuit, which I fucking hate. But Lady is not able to take down Dante. Yes, this is Dante's still, pre Devil May Cry 3, right? But he's still a demon. He's still able to hold his own. He is still strong. He is not weak. Even fighting against Lady should not be able to take down Dante so easily. And keep in mind, she takes him down 3 times in the show, or maybe 4, but I remember her taking him down 3 times in the show pretty easily. The one thing I do like about Lady though is I do like her backstory though. Her backstory is great. I like that this is their take on Lady's backstory, because we were supposed to get Lady's backstory in the manga, a prequel to the Devil May Cry 3 game, but sadly the manga got canceled. We really didn't get to see that, sadly, but we do see a version of Lady's backstory. Like, it dives a little bit more deep into her backstory, and I love it. Another thing that really annoys me about this is that Dante is not the main character. No, he is not. Lady is. Lady is. Or Mary, because she isn't Lady yet. Mary is the main character in this series, or at least in this first season, because they just sidelined Dante. Dante isn't a main focus whatsoever at all. It's just Mary, just the main focus most of the time. And I hate that. Once again, they backseat my boy Dante. Here I thought it's going to be his season. We're going to focus on him. He's going to be the main character. But no, he does not feel like the main character. It annoys me, dude. God damn it. So the main villains for the show are White Rabbit and Darkcom. Darkcom being a devil hunter organization formed by the government to kill demons. Now this makes sense because in the games, humans know the existence of demons. So it would make sense for them to have some sort of defense against the demons. But it's weird in the show because when they first encounter like a demon, worldwide, it seems like they already had this unit ready just in case. Like they had it as a trump card, just in case demons come, we have a unit for that. Like if the Devil May Cry 6 ever comes out, it will make sense that a government, formed a, devil hunting agency, just that works just for the government, because they already encountered many invasions, or at least the big main invasion in Redgrave City. It will make sense for them to have some type of government devil hunting, organization, because, they've been through so much shit, they want to be prepared this time. But here, it just seems like they just have it. They just have it like that. And it rolls like pretty fast. Like I'm saying, like there's some pacing issues in the beginning of this season. So the White Rabbit is the main antagonist of this story that's originally from the DMC 3 manga. The White Rabbit is actually a pretty good villain overall with a pretty intense backstory, and I'm glad that he just gets more recognition in this show because we didn't really see much of him in the manga, mainly because the manga got canceled, but I'm just happy that he made a return and was the main antagonist in this season. And that was one of my big worries for this anime, is that they won't be respecting the source material on, how Dante is in the games or how Lady is in the games. I get they try to be original and can be a completely different, timeline. I get it. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like they've really played the games and know these characters whatsoever. But I don't know. That's just me. We also get some familiar faces like Plasma, Agni Rudra, Echidna, Calavir. Still kind of weird to see them really early on in Dante's career, but I guess I do love that we got to see Enzo a lot more here. I actually did like his relationship with Dante here. They actually had a pretty nice, cool dynamic. I love that these characters get a lot more recognition because, they are from the Devil May Cry lore, or like the mangas and the books, right? So I actually love that they were included in this story. And I actually do like the Vice President Bangs. He's just this very hardcore guy who wants to eliminate all demons. And I also love that he's voiced by Kevin Conroy. I never in a million years I thought that Kevin Conroy will voice a character in a Devil May Cry related thing. Fuck yeah. Rest his soul. But overall, all these characters, have some flaws, especially like the two main characters. But overall, the enjoyment of watching these characters isn't all there because they're not those characters, especially Dante and Lady. They're not the characters we know and love. They're a different version of them. Are they good? They're entertaining, at least, Now, the show looks good, It doesn't look terrible most of the time, but it's not a bad looking show. But I will say it's pretty bland, It's a pretty typical Western animated cartoon that just doesn't really look that appealing, to be honest. Netflix's Devil May Cry is animated by Studio Mirror, a South Korean animated studio based in Seoul. They have a decent library of shows that they made. The show definitely takes inspiration from the Visions of V manga in a little bit of their own style. Honestly, they should have gone with a Japanese studio because the art style, like I said before, is pretty bland. It could have been a lot better, to be honest. I'm sorry. I know it's unfair to compare this anime to the Madhouse anime and their version of Devil May Cry. I know it's unfair, but when you make a new anime and when that anime already has a anime that looked better, it's hard not to compare. Now, I will say the one thing that this show did do better than the 2007 anime is its fight scenes.
Jackpot!
Its fight scenes are a blast. Seeing Dante battling demons and humans in style, of course. I'm glad we actually see him in action. We actually see him fight. I do wish that we probably could have gotten a little bit more of Dante using his moves from the games. I mean, don't get me wrong, we do get some moves here and there. We do get to see a round trip. We do see him use Trickster. We do see him throw the bike around, kind of like the Calavera combo. We do see him using dual pistols, even though they're not Ebony and Ivory. And he actually does perform a stinger move by the end of the season. But throughout the fights, I wish we could have gotten more. You know, I wish we could have gotten more of his moves. I wish we could have gotten, you know, a high time to an air combo. Just something, you know, that reminds, hey, that's from the game. The fights are good. They're entertaining at least. Especially seeing Dante move around, seeing his code being animated. It's just great. I love seeing that. I love seeing Dante in action. That's where I love to see so much. Even though the choreograph isn't something special, right? It's entertaining at least. Now, this show does use CGI, but it doesn't look good. It's not terrible, okay? But when you see Dante, a 2D animated character, fighting a 3D animated demon, it looks a little bit off. It's possible to make it look good. There are studios out there that blend 2D and 3D animation very well. But for here, in some of these fights, it's very distracting and it hinders the overall visual impact of its fast-paced fight scenes. And what sucks about this show is that most of their demons are CGI. The CGI makes them look weird to look at. And in general, the demon designs for the demons just suck, dude. Not even just the boss demons, just regular demons in general, right? They look bland, which I'm saying, like, the art style just does not look that much interesting. It looks bland and looks boring. But then there's some that just look really stupid. I'm sorry, you know, but the Plasma Demon for me was definitely one of my favorite demon designs because, you know, it wasn't CGI. It was full on animated. Now, again, I don't want to hear people say, oh, if you're hating so much, why don't you make your own? Listen, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just critiquing how I see it, okay? And what I'm saying is it doesn't look good. I'm sorry. The design and visual presentation of this show could have been a lot better. But overall, it's pretty bland. Now, this is where I'm pretty much going to bump heads with a few people, if not a lot of people. But I'm just going to say, I did not like the soundtrack of this season. I did not. It was boring. It was dumb. Did not like it. Not all soundtracks were bad. I do love the anime original songs that they made specifically for this show. I love the battle themes they made for this show. All original stuff. I love it. I love the song Afterlife. Afterlife is such a good song. It definitely brings you back to that blockbuster 2000 action film. You definitely feel it. I love it. It's good. Again, I respect any artist that wants to go with whatever vision they want to do, right? And Andy wants to go to a 2000 era, you know, type of music, which I get. Cool. You have a vision for a show, you want to go for it? Sure, go ahead. But I'm going to sit here and tell you that I don't like it. It does not fit Devil May Cry's, you know, overall theme, if I'm being honest. Sure, the era it came from, sure, it'll make sense, but the overall, you know, overall show, the song is not that good, honestly. The song choices. There's some song choices that actually are pretty good, do not get me wrong. However, most of them, if not all of them, are not that good. I know I hear some complaints about, you know, the show not using any of the original battle themes from the games. Sure, a few battle themes here and there would be pretty cool. Like, I love the end song Devils Never Cry version of the season. But a few, you know, OG songs would not been that bad, you know? You all know me. I have a problem when shows or games use licensed music as their overall, you know, battle theme or the overall, you know, the overall main thing of a game, right? Because it just feels like they're not confident in their original music. And that's what I just don't like. And that's what I feel like I get that from here. And especially the end song. The overall ending. I don't like. I just wish the overall music was completely original, original heavy music, electro music, original lyric songs for the show. It just would have been great. But over the sound effects and the voice acting are really good, especially the voice acting department. God damn, the voice acting is great. It's still weird to hear Johnny on Botch as a young Dante, because literally all I hear is Nero. I'm sorry, all I hear is Nero. There are moments where like, okay, this doesn't sound like Nero, but most of the time, if you just close your eyes, you'll think of it's Nero. Again, I think it would have been better if you just had a new person voice acting Dante. Like, I think it would have been better, because it's still kind of off hearing Nero as Dante. Aside from that, Johnny on Botch kills it in this for sure. Like always, he's able to do a really good job at a young voice. Lady's voice actor also did a good job, Enzo, and especially the Vice President Bynes and the White Rabbit. Those two voice actors killed it for sure. Are definitely the highlight in this show. They definitely do a great job voice acting their characters, especially the White Rabbit.
The age of the demon. This world is about to become much, much larger. Well, not for you.
Now I'm going to get into the reason why I don't like it. I don't like this show. The reason why it pisses me off. So like I mentioned before, new elements, new lore has been introduced into the show to make it, new, refreshing, which again, I respect. However, not all these changes are great, especially this new lore that they introduced. And I'm going to get kind of into the spoiler territory here on the reason why I don't really like it. But like around episode 5 or so, Lady encounters some refugees from hell. Demons that have families, have kids, have wives, but overall are a big happy family that just want to escape hell and live a normal life. But with these changes, it kind of defeats the whole reason on why Devil May Cry is called Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry's main theme is love. That a devil is able to shed a tear for those they love. A human emotion. And in every game, it tackles that moment. Trish and Lucia are both devils, yet still able to shed a tear. Dante crying over his brother that he lost. Nero fighting to save the people that he loves. Each game has that Devil May Cry moment that makes it Devil May Cry. And especially the 2007 anime. That's the one thing I love about that show. It dives deep into the core themes of Devil May Cry, and especially Dante as a character.
I've always been treated so cruelly in the demon world, but she'd smile at me. And I don't want to think about the possibility of her being devoured by my master. I'm just one demon. I don't have the power to defy my master.
It's true. You're pretty pathetic for a demon. But if you can love Angelina that much, you'll be able to live as a human.
Human?
Get up and let's go. Got a little welcome for your friend when he comes to town.
Hell, DMC Devil May Cry also had Dante care for someone he loved. Even though the execution wasn't great, they still got the memo. And with these changes to the lore, I feel like it ruins it. And I feel like with this overall show's themes, they really drive the story that humans are the bad ones, not demons. Demons have always been good. Of course, they're like big bad demons here and there, but most of them are good. And the humans are the bad ones. They're bad. And it just does not feel like Devil May Cry. And that's what I mean when I say that, did they even play the games? Did the writers even play the games? Do they even know what Devil May Cry is about? But it shows you that, yeah, sometimes humans can be evil as well. We've seen that in the game. But not all humans are evil. They're so good humans. And it kind of reflects on the demon world. Most of them are evil, but some of them can be good. That's the reason why I don't like this show as much. Because I feel like it misses the mark on what Devil May Cry is supposed to be. Of course, most of us will play it for the gameplay and how fun it is, yeah, but of course, some of us fans love the lore and the story. Its main theme. Maybe in the future seasons, we'll get that Devil May Cry moment that I feel like we should have seen here.
Are you crying?
It's only the rain.
The rain already stopped.
Devils never cry.
I see. Maybe somewhere out there, even a devil may cry when he loses a loved one. Don't you think?
Maybe.
My overall ranking for the season is a 6 out of 10, a B ranking. The show is enjoyable here and there, with some cool fight scenes, some cool character moments, but overall misses the mark on what makes Devil May Cry Devil May Cry. I respect the show for trying something new and original, but hopefully in season 2, because yes, they did announce season 2, hopefully they'll do a lot better. Hopefully the CGI fights will not be there no more. Hopefully it will all be 2D animation. Probably not. Hopefully we'll have some more better original music. And overall, I hope they just make Dante the main character, because god damn it, why do you keep doing this to my boy? Please stop. How dare you? But overall, good show.
Let's dance.
So I kind of lost the controller. So I might have to fucking unplug and replug it in to turn it on. So I really don't know where the fuck the controller is. I think I lost it. So after so much time, I finally finished the Devil May Cry review, and it took a while. I finished the video a long time ago. I just needed to do a little more extra stuff, you know. I wasn't satisfied with the video I had finished before this one, so yeah, I'm a perfectionist. I'm sorry. Let me know what you guys thought of the review. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. You know, if you like the show, great. You know, no, I'm not here to hate. Everybody attacking everybody online, it's really dumb. You know, I hate when my favorite franchise gets attention, but it's all with negativity, and I hate that shit. Not all of it is with negative attraction. Thank God. There's actually some good attraction coming from you know, people watching or getting into the Devil May Cry series, and one of them is that people have been playing the HD collection on Steam, even mainly the HD collection. You know, people are just getting into the series, which honestly for me as a fan just makes me happy. You know, I like to welcome new fans. You know, nothing wrong if you're a new fan. I love that Devil May Cry is getting more attention here and there. Even though I don't really like the show, I'm still happy that it's bringing new fans to the franchise. It's just great, you know. Overall, Devil May Cry has been getting a lot of attention, not just with this anime, but also a recent collab with the PGR collab that just recently released. And it's cool because we get Ruben Langdon and Dan Sapworth returning to their characters, voicing them, which is really cool. That's what I really do like to see. Let me know all your thoughts, because I'm very curious on the stuff that you guys like and probably didn't like. I still do want to do another video talking about the stuff that I did and did not like. And the next video is gonna be very of me nitpicking the shit out of that show. It's just really hard for me to not nitpick, you know. It was bound to happen, you know. So I definitely want to do a video like that, just nitpicking the fuck out of that show. And I'm gonna be very, very extra critique. Full on spoilers for sure. And as you can see, I'm still kind of setting up everything in the apartment. This is not the final setup. I'm probably gonna move some stuff. I'm definitely gonna move this desk probably more this way, a little more to the left, because I do want to have. I don't have no place to set up my consoles. So right now they're still in the box. I still have boxes here and there. I'm not done setting up. You know, I have a bunch of shit in the closet. Right there. Like I'm not done setting up. You know, this is not the final result. I was able to get some like sound foam to, you know, so the echoing won't be that big. I mean, there's still some echoing more over there, but I still need to fix that. Right now it's small. It's baby steps for sure. So it's a fucking mess pretty much. Because I really do want to go back to streaming. Just right now I don't have the setup right now to play. I want to go back to playing Ninja Gaiden. I want to do a lot more stuff. Just right now I just can't. But I am able to play on the PC, so I definitely want to stream either on the PC this upcoming week for sure. Probably on a Thursday. Either I'll be streaming because I really do want to play the new game, Expedition 33. Do want to play that game. I want to play the first Berserker game. Lots of games I haven't been able to play of new releases. I do want to get on that. Hopefully I will. I'm still pretty much getting used to the whole move-in stuff here and there. I mean, we still haven't got on a couch in the living room. There's still some stuff that we're missing. A lot of stuff that we're missing. I still have some boxes that I have not opened, etc. Yeah, I haven't worked out like in around 2 weeks or so, probably around that time. There's a lot of stuff has been moving for sure. That I need to lock in. I need to lock in for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna continue some playthroughs like the DMC 5 playthrough. I want to start uploading the Ninja Gaiden playthrough. There's gonna be some videos where I'm still at my old place because those were like old recorded videos. So some videos will have my old setup. So once again, thank you all for being so patient with me on this long awaited review. Pretty much a month of waiting for this goddamn review to be out. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's honestly kind of a bad timing because we were all in the process of moving, of getting everything done, and pretty much I was all, not gonna lie, I was stressing a lot, you know, like overall with the whole moving process, you know, sending the application, getting accepted, paying money and shit, you know, very expensive, of course. But pretty much been procrastination this entire review, mainly because I just been so stressed out with this whole moving process. But it's definitely a weird change for sure. But something that I'm getting kind of used to, you know, here and there. But I was able to get this review out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know in the beginning it started out as a like casual, semi spoiler free review for this review. But then I kind of just thought there really is no point because it's already been a month. People have probably already seen the entire season. So you know, season 2 though. Season 2, I will be on that for sure. And so far, the sneak peek that we got for season 2 is pretty cool. You know, we actually get to see Dante being fucking Dante. Thank God. Love his new change. So far, as for visuals, right, for Dante's design, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I think we also saw Nell Goldstein in the background. So, you know, I like what I'm seeing. But yeah, that pretty much concludes this video, this review. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your patience with me. I appreciate it. Videos will be coming back normally this week. Streaming will be back up this week because I haven't streamed for actually like a really long time. So definitely want to get back into that for sure. And I'll keep you guys updated on anything that happens with my life. So yeah. Appreciate y'all for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.